Geminis, hi, welcome. This is a reading for 14 till 20 September for your general guidance reading. Take with it what resonates, what doesn't resonate, just leave that. Okay. Alright, remember, if you are cross-watching, you're more than welcome to do so, but always do cross-watching for positive intentions. Okay, so what can you learn? And obviously also if you know what your chart is. Like, for example, I'm a Cancerian, but my Virgo as well as my Mercury is actually in Gemini, you know, so if it's something like that, it actually makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for you two oracle cards. I'm actually going to do it as I'm speaking. I'm going to look at your tarot. This is really what a source wants you to know, what the universe wants you to know. What is a good message for you to get right now? Obviously, there's always something that brings you to a tarot reading. It could be, you know, personal of whatever nature, romantic, financial, career, friends, whatever sort of, you know, thing is going on at the moment. We're going to draw your card in the end for that from the Angel Oracle card. Or Angel Answers deck. Okay, so we're going to do that for you in the end. For those of you that always follow my page or my, you know, my channel, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm feeling very chirpy. I just had, I had a beautiful sleep and I had lunch, and so I'm feeling quite excited actually to be doing your reading. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness, and I also have a weekly reading coming out for you. Okay, I did not have readings this weekend. There won't be a reading every weekend, but there's no readings this weekend for you. I just sort of took a little bit of personal time for myself. I needed to do that. My power was a little bit high. So still resuming personal readings. Bookings available from the 21st of September. It's still at the $18 rate, which is a reduced rate. It's only going to be at that rate for September still. Just because the thing is also, remember, there's something called an exchange of energy, a fair exchange of energy. So if you know, and you might want to take note of this as well, even in your personal life. When you do something like, say, for a special something for too long, you can actually create an imbalance of energy as a result of that, because you don't sort of, you know, honor the service in a sense of what you do. Okay. Bookings for spiritual regression hypnosis is available as of, what are we now, September, the 1st of October. And yeah, you maybe want to book that now already, because those slots fill up really, really fast. Okay, details are below, as well as the details for AC Digital Marketing Solutions, which is my best friend's brand. She does all my graphic design and social media management. Really, really good. Okay. So Gemini, it says time for a love fest. Time for a love fest. Okay. And on the back, this is messages from the universe for you. It says, actually, everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons. And usually it's worth trying to learn what they are to maximize chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy you, the universe. I think there was the same card for Libra, if I remember correctly. So maybe if you've got Libra in your chart, then you might want to go and have a look at that. Message for you, the Enchanted Map, the Dragon's Lair. This card is a confirmation that everything comes to an end. You know, whatever difficulties there may be, that it comes to an end. It's also a reminder that you are always divinely protected and you're always safe. So if you had some personal worries, you had some personal concerns and fears, letting you know that you are never alone. That source can find you in the sort of deepest, darkest, most, you know, spaces where we sometimes feel very lost and very alone, and, you know, very sort of nervous and agitated, maybe concerned and afraid. Source is there with you, you know, your soul family is there with you. You are never alone. You can always ask for help. Right. So for your general reading, Gemini, we're going to have a look and we're going to see your recent past, which is really the energy that is kind of bringing you to where you currently are, the lessons from your past experiences, you know, that you can learn. And it's always good. Sorry. Sorry. It's always good to know what the lessons are that you can learn from a situation, because if you don't get the lesson, you might need to have the experience again. And I mean, who wants to do that? Okay, there's two cards that went right out flying. Actually, three cards. So I'm going to use it for the for the past, the present, and where this energy is going forward. And then we are going to clarify that you want to be a little bit careful over here. Yes, a bit of a trippiness going on over here. Yes, a little bit of a trippiness going on over here. All right. So first of all, Nine of Pentacles. Something came through here for you. Some sort of maybe a solution for. This is probably more money. You know, that sense of being, feeling. Yeah, you know, you could have been dealing here with a sign that might have also been a little bit sort of different to yours, you know, maybe more like an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you all weren't quite speaking the same language, but I feel that you were willing to give something a chance there. You know, maybe an offer came from a different sign, or maybe somebody said something and, you know, you took it quite literal, where they might have just been, I feel, passing it on as an idea or something like that. And so there was a bit of a misunderstanding here. There's a bit of a, it's almost one of those things where you may have been very annoyed with somebody, you know, outright agitated, in fact. Quite upset, maybe very hurt by what they have done. And it might seem like they don't care, but they might actually be quite oblivious as to how you actually feel, all right? Now, you know, obviously with Gemini, people just always say that you're the tough cookie, you know. But of course, Gemini is one of the most beautiful, kindest, most sensitive zodiacs, really. And I feel that it's almost like you opened your hope to something, your heart to something, and it didn't quite pan out the way that you envisioned that it's going to be. And there's definitely a sense of disappointment there. It could almost really feel like it's like you really invested your hope in something, you know. And in a sense, it feels like you gave your power away. There's that Five of Wands again, because we've got Nine of Pentacles in the recent past. Then we've got the Five of Wands in the present. Then we've got the Devil going forward. So you definitely want to look at this reading for you. Okay? Let's see. There's some issues here also that you don't want to face. And let's see what those are. They're saying I must draw one more card for the Nine of Pentacles specifically. So let's see what that is about before I look at the other ones. This is a little bit concerning. This is kind of concerning over there. There may be some background sound. If there is, I do apologize for that. Alright, so with the Nine of Pentacles, you got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so very much emotions happening here, emotions flowing over here. There is something, it's almost like there's a little bit of a grudge that you might be carrying over here, that they should be sorry, they must apologize, they owe me that. And that in itself, I feel like it started to kind of run with your mind a little bit there with the Five of Wands, you know. It's almost like one thing, and then your mind started going a little bit in all different directions, okay? And it's not really serving you very positive. It's not actually serving you really, really well. Also, it may have made you there with the Four of Pentacles, it may have made you a little bit selfish. With the Emperor, made you a little bit self-centered, in fact. And even with the Hierophant there, there's a cry here for a new beginning, for starting over. Because I feel that your initial reaction was almost like to build that wall around you, you know, very much the way almost like Cancer would do. And also I've been seeing quite a change in the overall sort of way that Geminis operate. You know, I've been seeing it in the energy. There's a you know, where there was usually quite an outgoing sort of approach, even a confrontational approach. There's a more sort of internal, not speaking too much about things kind of approach happening at the moment, and it's not really serving you in the best possible way. Okay, now here in your present situation with the Five of Wands, that situation that took place over here. All right, so this Nine of Pentacles, that is, remember I said I have to draw a card for you specifically, and I got the Nine of Wands. So whatever was happening over there, whatever this one thought is that started to creep in there, it's like it's almost like a parasite. It started to spread. Okay, and it started to spread to other avenues of your life. Now you started to see more problems, and that is very, some of you might kind of be in the hot seat at the moment. Okay, and your your life could be falling apart without actually others even realizing it. So if you are feeling like that, I would also recommend that you maybe speak to someone, you know. Remember, nobody can really help us if they don't know that we are suffering. And I see a lot of suffering in silence here. I see a lot of outbursts here, maybe. Um, that, you know, it's almost like sort of like accusationary. It's very third person sort of outburst where you might be, for example, mad about the cereal, but you're not actually mad about the cereal in the first place. Okay, so there's a definite sort of a sit down and a talk that might be required here for some of you. Okay, feel the situation. It feels quite volatile. Let's see what we have for you, Gem Babies, for your current situation, because that sort of energy that, you know, I feel a sense of security for many of you from the situation in the past, but I'm sorry to say it's like a false sense of security. It's like a smokescreen. Okay, it's more like a way of protecting your own heart. And for some of you, there might be something like finances involved. There's also, with the Six of Cups that's coming out here, for some of you, this could be childhood issues that's actually coming up. Childhood hurts, childhood pains, things that you thought that you dealt with. Yep, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. So, there's sort of like a boomerang effect taking place over here, you know, where there are certain, it's almost like life is showing to you certain emotional things from your past that were not dealt with. They're sort of coming back, they're circling back. But they are coming back here with the Ace of Wands. They're coming back because they're actually coming back with the intention of being healed. Alright? They're coming back with the intention of being healed. Your mind sort of feels this is a safe space to bring these things out now, because a lot of you are asking, why is this happening right now? And your mind is bringing it out because it's time for you to actually heal from those things, so that you can move on. Because your aim, and I feel that some of you are very hush-hush about this, your aim is love. Okay? Your aim is love. You don't really feel like standing alone. You know, like people normally say that the Gemini like the zodiac twins. The twins are looking for friends. The twins want a mate, a good mate. All right. They want a good playmate for life, and so that is sort of what your heart desires. But for many of you, it's that isolation that you sort of did here with the Emperor before, something that sort of made you grow cold. This could be a love situation, but it could also be, there's also a sense of, I don't deserve, you know, I don't deserve love. I don't deserve this sort of happiness, this sort of joy, and what you may not be realizing is that the thinking pattern is actually withholding from you the love that your heart desires. Okay? Because again, there's the past issues with the Five of Cups coming up. There are issues coming up here because it's time to deal with them. It's time to clear them out. You know, it's time to heal the situations. But some of you are, you know, you sort of like kicking against the wall here with, like, you know, with not necessarily barefoot but very thin feet and expecting not to be hurt. And when you are hurt, you go like, oh, look at me, I'm such a victim. Okay? Very overwhelming for you right now. Very, very overwhelming for you right now, I feel. And before we go to the devil here in the present future where it's going, let's just look at the situation. So there's resources here, you know, that are willing to help you, people, and even situations, circumstances, energies, willing and happy to help you. But some of you are not asking for help. In fact, you're quite stubborn. You might even, you know, when it's offered to you, actually even say, no, it's fine. All right. But this energy is not really, because what's happening with this, almost like, you know, these conflicting emotions and things that's coming up, is that life is reminding you of who you really are, of what your potential is, but you are seeing it as conflict and contradiction. So it's sort of like the solution that can get you out of where you are. You are actually pushing that particular solution itself away for many of you. Okay? And so you'll meet, yes, somebody new that was met here. There's something here with love. And this is like a game changer here with love, because you know you sort of made up your mind about someone that you want to be with, and you are feeling that this is not really the time for that. But it's actually the ideal time for it, because it's a grand opportunity to let the past go. Okay. The devil going forward. The devil is about letting go of things that do not serve us in a positive way. It is about freeing ourselves from the mind patterns and the beliefs that are not serving us positively. Okay? The beliefs about ourselves and the beliefs about life that are not serving us in positive ways. It is about taking ourselves out of bondage from the almost like subconscious beliefs within our mind. That's what the devil sort of is about, especially in here. So where's the situation going? Because there's a sense of freedom coming here now. It's almost like, now remember, first of all, the future isn't set, okay? But there's a sense of, you can really make of life whatever you want. There's a sense of freedom coming over here, but there's one of two options here. You can either go with the flow, and experience everything and let it pass, or it can be more sort of overwhelming than it actually needs to be. It's too many cards. I'm going to take the top one that came out. Ah, perfect. All right. All right. The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. And it's turning in your favor, Gemini. Let's see what we got. Right. Haha, look at you accepting the connection. So for the devil card, the first card that came out is the Justice card. You want this. You want it. Your heart wants it. You know that you deserve it. You know there's a good match for you. You know this is a good energy for you. And this has got the potential to become more. You know, could be dealing with a Libra, maybe somebody with very strong sort of Libra in their chart. Also maybe a very mature Virgo energy. Okay. Could actually even be a Gemini. But very sort of in control, you know. Sort of like crazy meets crazy, and then crazy balances crazy, but it's mature sort of crazy, where you can help each other grow, in fact. Okay, so this new, I feel that for many of you, you know, especially with a new connection here in love, many of you are giving reasons why this can't work. But just imagine if you open your mind to the idea of why it can work. All right. Because when you do that there with the King of Swords, when you go for reasons why, you know, possibly this can work, why, you know, this could be a good connection, totally different sort of energy, totally different sort of approach that is taking place over there for you. Okay, so you may actually want to consider that. This could definitely be a Virgo energy that you're dealing with there, especially with swords. Could be. Could definitely be. Alright? And I mean followed by more swords, 6 of swords. And 6 always has the potential to become more. And if you look at it like this, the Emperor is sort of like above, which is from the recent past. The lesson that you learned, that you don't have to go at things all on your own. And then the Lovers is underneath. And then you've got the 6 of swords. Sort of like in the flow of yours. So there could be a very powerful lesson that is learned over here, and you know, with that sort of optimism that Virgo can have if you're dealing with a Virgo, the things can actually go forward. But there's a bit of a battle here of the I'm the one in control. No, I'm the one in control. No, I'm the one in control. No, I'm the one in control. So there's a bit of that sort of contraption going on over there. But I love this with the Page of Cups. It's like you're moving to a space where you are accepting each other for the strengths that you are bringing to the connection, instead of the things that you wish could have been different, you know, which is actually a beautiful way of doing things. So we'll see in your next reading where that is going to go. All right, ask your question in your heart that brought you to the reading. I'm going to take you the card right on top because it's like it just jumped out at me. All right. Remember, I do a reading for you every week, and so we'll see what happens next going forward. I've never drawn this card from this deck. In fact, now that I look at it, another big sword over there, I didn't even see it before. Amazing. reconsider. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board, Gemini, because there's definitely something here. It seems like nothing, but it can actually be everything. This has got the potential to become so much more. And in your next reading, we're going to see where that is going to go. So whichever video of mine you decide to look at next, I'll see you over there. And I'll definitely see you for your reading next week so we can see where this connection is going. Alrighty. Ciao for now.